Right now, someone is looking at you like you are the most important person in the world, and they do not care if you fall apart tonight. They know your name. They know what makes you laugh until you cannot breathe. They might even know the secret you have never told anyone. And they are using every single one of those things against you, quietly, patiently, like a game you did not realize you were playing. I know this because I have been there. I sat across from someone I trusted completely, someone I called family, and it took me almost 2 years to understand that every conversation, every thoughtful gift, every "I've got your back" was calculated. That realization hit me like ice water at 3 a.m. Most people only figure this out after the damage is done, after the money is gone, after their own mind feels like a stranger. But here is what I need you to hear. These people leave clues. Small, almost invisible clues that you only catch if you know exactly what to look for. Today, I'm going to show you 6 of those clues. Once you see them, you cannot unsee them. Stay with me until the end, because sign number 5 is the one almost everyone misses completely, and it is the most dangerous one of all. We have all been warned about the obvious villain, the loud one, the one who looks dangerous from across the room. But real predators do not look dangerous. They look helpful. They look charming. They look like an answered prayer. That is the entire trick. Psychologists estimate that around 1 in every 100 people you interact with has strong psychopathic traits. That might not sound like much, but now think about how many people you speak to in a single week, at work, in your social circles, in your own family group chat. Do the math. You have already met one. The question is, did you notice? Number 1, they become your soulmate overnight. You just met this person, maybe 10 days ago, maybe 2 weeks, and yet they already feel like they have known you your whole life. The texts never stop. They remember every small thing you said. They call you their real one, their person. That warm rush you feel, it is real. But here is what most people do not understand. Psychopaths are masters of love-bombing, flooding you with so much attention and flattery so quickly that your brain gets overwhelmed and stops asking the smart questions. Questions like, why is this person moving so fast? What do they actually want from me? Real trust is built slowly, over months and years. A psychopath cannot afford that kind of time. They need to hook you before you notice the cracks. The moment someone becomes your closest person in less than a month, slow down. That speed is not love. That speed is strategy. Number 2, their apologies are completely empty. They hurt you. You tell them. They say sorry. Then they do the exact same thing again. And every single time, the apology sounds flawless. I am so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. It will never happen again. They might even cry. But watch what happens after the apology, not their words, their actions. A genuine apology is always followed by changed behavior. That is the whole point. For a psychopath, sorry is not a feeling. It is a tool. It is the button they press to reset you straight back into their control. Psychologists call this performative remorse. Their brain is not thinking, I feel terrible. It is thinking, this is a problem I need to fix so I can keep what I want. The apology is the fix. The behavior never changes because there was never any guilt to begin with. If the same person has apologized for the exact same thing more than 3 times, you are not dealing with someone who is struggling to be better. You are dealing with someone who learned that saying sorry is the fastest way to reset you. Number 3, rules are for other people, never for them. Every space you exist in has rules. Your workplace, your friendships, society itself. A psychopath knows every rule. They just genuinely believe the rules do not apply to them. It does not always look like obvious breaking. Sometimes it looks like bending things just enough, cutting in line with a big smile, borrowing money they never pay back, getting away with things that would get anyone else punished, and acting like it is completely normal. Deep down, psychopaths believe they are special, smarter, more important. Fairness and decency are for weak people, and they are not weak. Watch how they treat rules in small moments. Do they feel genuine shame when they cross a line, or do they only care about getting caught? Shame means you feel bad on the inside. Caring about getting caught means you only feel bad when someone is watching. Psychopaths never feel shame. They only feel consequences. And they spend all their energy avoiding consequences, not doing the right thing. Number 4, they make you doubt what you know is real. You remember something that happened, a conversation, a promise they made. You were there. You know exactly what you heard. Then they look you straight in the eye, completely calm, and say, "That never happened. You are imagining things. Are you okay? I'm actually worried about you." And suddenly, even though your own ears heard it, you start to wonder, did I get it wrong? Am I being too emotional? This is gaslighting, and it is one of the most damaging things one human being can do to another. What makes it so terrifying is that psychopaths do not get defensive or panicked. They correct you confidently, like a teacher gently fixing a student's mistake. That calm confidence makes you feel like maybe you really are the confused one. Over time, this erodes something priceless, your trust in your own mind. You start checking with them before you believe your own memories. You hand them the keys to your reality. Once that happens, they control everything. If someone regularly makes you feel like your memory is broken or your perception is always off, that is not honesty. That is dismantling you, piece by piece. Number 5, they are a completely different person when nobody is looking. This is the one most people miss. In public, they are wonderful, funny, kind, the most generous person in the room. Strangers and friends cannot stop talking about how incredible they are. You've probably even thought, wow, I am so lucky to know them. But behind closed doors, when it is just you and them, the temperature drops. Cold, distant, cruel even. Like a light switch flipped off. The warmth is simply gone. And the most confusing part? When they are warm in front of others, it feels so real. So when you are alone with their coldness, you start to wonder, is something wrong with ME? Why do I bring out the worst in them? Nothing is wrong with you. What you are seeing is the difference between performance and truth. The warmth is performance for an audience whose opinion they need or whose resources they want. The coldness is the truth. That is who they actually are. Neurological studies show that psychopaths are extraordinary mimics. They spend years studying how normal people express warmth and care, and they learn to reproduce it perfectly. But it is a copy, like a photograph of a fire. It looks like fire. It gives no heat. The cruelest part? If you ever bring this up, they will flip it instantly. They will say you are jealous, controlling, trying to isolate them. Suddenly, you are the problem again. Pay close attention to who someone is when there is nothing to gain. That is who they really are. Number 6, nothing is ever their fault. Something goes wrong, and every single time they have an explanation. And that explanation always points somewhere else. Their boss is unfair. Their ex was crazy. Their family never understood them. Their friends betrayed them. Everywhere they go, the worse luck and the worse people somehow follow them around. Here is the truth about blame. Healthy people feel uncomfortable when they cause pain. That discomfort pushes us to apologize, to fix things, to grow. It works like an internal alarm. Something is wrong. Make it right. Psychopaths do not have that alarm. So when something bad happens, instead of guilt, they feel irritation. Who made ME look bad? And the fastest fix is to find someone else to blame. A person who never takes responsibility never changes. They just find new people to blame. If someone in your life has a very long list of villains, and their own name is never on that list, listen to what that list is actually telling you. So now you know the 6 signs. What do? First, do not confront them directly. Psychopaths do not reflect when challenged. They prepare. A direct confrontation tells them you are a threat, and they will come at you harder. Instead, go quiet. Stop sharing your personal life. Stop reacting emotionally. Give short, plain answers. Become like a gray rock, dull, unremarkable, nothing to feed off of. Second, document everything. Save messages, note dates, and events. Not because you will necessarily use them, but because having a record protects your memory when they try to rewrite history. Third, rebuild your circle. Quietly reconnect with people they tried to pull you away from. Psychopaths work best in isolation. Community is your shield. You do not have to become paranoid of everyone, but you do have to be awake. Because the most dangerous people are not the ones who look dangerous. They are the ones who worked very, very hard to look completely safe. If this helped you see something you did not see before, share it with someone you care about. Not because they might be a psychopath, but because they might be dealing with one and have no idea at all. Drop a comment below and tell me which sign hit closest to home. And if you want to keep sharpening your instincts, hit that subscribe button and watch the next video. It might just be the one that saves someone you love. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.